Yo, 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 this is your host, GT Player here in the house. Now, for this video, this one's something a little different for the progress report, right? So, we're going to talk about overtuning the perfect car for a race, okay? Because I realize a lot of people might be having trouble tuning their vehicles. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use two of the same exact vehicles. One of them I'm going to overtune and where you can't use the car no more. And then we're gonna use the other car and we're gonna tune it correctly. Because this is where a lot of people need to learn. Sometimes tuning a car too much is not good. Alright? So the car we're gonna be purchasing will be a Nissan GTR 17. Now, I already earned this one in a race, which is free. So, I'm going to go with the cost for you when you overprice it, okay? I mean, when you overtune it. So, no further ado, let's go into it. So, we're going to go to Asia. We're going to go to Nissan. We're going, and here this car costs $94,770, right? So we're gonna purchase this car because I gotta have another one. Yes, we're gonna get into the car, all right? So now we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do a lot of overtuning. We're gonna trick this car out, okay? So you decide to come down to GT Auto. Alright, so let's say we're gonna do a wide body. We're gonna add a wide body to it, okay? So the wide body is 25,000. But this is not gonna really affect the car. But I'm gonna just show you when you over modify a car or over tune it. Now this car is actually used for one of the best money races in the game. So we have that installed now. So now we're gonna add some little stuff to it, little minor stuff, where this is not gonna hurt you, but so I'm gonna leave some checks in there that's not gonna really hurt your performance, but everything else will. So we go in here. Let's say you wanna make your car look nice. It doesn't even matter. I like Yokohama, so I'll go down here and give me some get some 5-star rims. We make it some 22s. It doesn't matter. Standard. So this 4,000, right? So we got that. We're gonna install some nice rims. I'm not gonna really worry about the paint job, alright? So maybe, nah, we ain't gonna do no cosmetics like that. We can just do the stuff that's gonna affect the car. So you're gonna decide you wanna do something in the front. Okay. We got 3,000 for the front spoiler, alright? So you decide to go with that one. 3,000. Then you go to the side. Okay, 2,500 for the side. So I'm not going to tell the price until at the very end, alright? Oh, they say, okay, let me go ahead and add a rear diffuser to the car. So that's for 3 grand. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is, remember, you are racing to make money, and yes, to buy a car. But you also want to win races, too. So now we decided to buy a wing. You decided to go, nah, you're not going to do wingless. Nah, let's go this one. If you're not really sure, you can make it high. So we're gonna just put 2 grand for the wing, okay? So we just spent a good amount of money now, right? I'm not gonna go into none of these stuff here because none of this stuff is actually needed. All right. That's not gonna affect the car. That's just little cosmetics on your behalf. I'm just doing the stuff that's gonna affect the vehicle in your racing, and those don't affect it. So now you're going into the tuning shop. Okay, you come into the tuning shop, and you say, well, let me sit right here and see what we could do. Alright, so we're like, okay, we're gonna start out here. You're gonna do a weight reduction, because these are stuff I'm gonna put to the side. Where people do mess up at 3,800 for the first weight reduction. Then you come to Club Sport. You're gonna spend 5,500 for the bore up. So you're looking at, okay, I go here, I go from like what, 564. Ooh, 575. I like that. You gonna go there? Trust me, I know you're gonna do it. All right. Then you look at some lift cams. Oh man, 600 horsepower. Yes, so that's 5,300. I'm adding all the stuff that you will be doing. I guarantee you will be doing this here. And you're taking a perfectly good car and you're damaging it. You can't worry about a high compression. Let's say you decide to go with a weight reduction. Okay, so that's $6,000 right there. Right, so you pay for that. We'll go with a power restrictor for 800, because you probably don't know what it is for, but you'll get that. And then you come down here, because you realize there ain't nothing. You get a bounce, which you probably ain't know what it is yet, because you're still probably new to the game, which is 500. Alright. Then you come into the semi-racing. Oh, racing crankshaft. Oh, 618. So you know you're gonna buy that. I guarantee you're gonna buy it. So you got 14,400. Because you're looking at that 618 horsepower. Then you say, oh man. So you might get an ECU. ECU, because you realize the horsepower go up. 5,000. I'm gonna say I'm purchasing everything where y'all know you're gonna be messing up at. Oh, you see a high turbo? Oh, 700. So you're definitely gonna get that. I know you're gonna get it. Guarantee. So next thing you know, you're not really paying. So I'll go ahead and get a reduction. So you're gonna spend 7,000 for this here. Cause you say you want your car to be lighter, you know what I'm saying? And you might pay for the rigidity, you know what I'm saying? Alright, 25,000. I'm just giving you a promise because I know people would do it. Toughening up. Okay, we got that. We got a little trophy for that. So you probably go here. You might not get it, but I'll say you'll get it. Alright, 6,500. Because you really don't want nothing to mess with your performance fund, but we'll bring it down, bring it down a little. Then you go to the racing. Oh yeah, I could get this. 20 grand. I'm just adding the stuff to it. 20 grand. 25,000 for this bad boy right here. Then you get 18,000 for the port polish. So you're looking at your car pushing 800 horsepower. You're like, yes! Alright. So you're going to add an intercooler for 3,200. Like I said, anything, I know you watching your horsepower, so that's where you're going at. Oof, you're looking at 852. You can get that bad boy, yes. Air filter, 2,500. And then you gotta spend 10,000 because you want that racing muffler. And I'm gonna just say, this is what people do. I mean, I know some people. is they get the car and they start tuning it up before they even see a race. This is the reason why I'm doing this here for, so that way you don't make these mistakes ever. So you got a racing manifold for 3,500. Cause you click on it, oh my God, I got this car going almost 900. I mean over 900 horsepower. I know you're gonna do it because you got a fast car. So you're gonna add some brakes to it, which is 1,500 for the brakes. Then you want some 5,000 for the, racing, racing stuff. You're not really paying attention yet. Oh, then you say, okay, stage 4. I'm not gonna make the. You look at it. Well, I can make this car lighter, so you can spend another 25,000. You know that's coming. Then you're gonna spend 20 on a transmission, which you don't really. A lot of people probably don't know what the world to do with it. I mean, that's new. These are new drivers. I'm trying to tell you, to the game. You're gonna get this. You're gonna get this suspension for 20,000, which I know you don't know what to do with it. So the car coming down, okay, and you get the flywheel, a racing flywheel for like 7,000. But you realize it's not affecting your performance. And you might say, "Oh, let me get a torque vector." Not get that torque vector. 12.5, right? And then you say, well, let me get some racing soft tires, because everybody wants some racing soft tires. So you end up spending 37,500. So now you decide you want to go to this race. You just happen to just get the car, and you happen to come to this race right here. You come over here. I mean, you're being curious, and you come across this race. And the reason why I picked this car, because this car is very perfect for this track. But this is what happens to people when they over-tune the car and they mess the car up. So oh man, I'm out of spec. So now you got to go in here and you got to play with this thing now, right? So most likely it'll tell you, what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna try to get this car back into spec. So you go here, 714, okay. Then you go ahead, you start messing with this here. You try to get the car into specs. You raise that up, because you're gonna play with it a little. 712, it ain't went nowhere, no dent. You try to go ahead, let's see here. It goes up, so you gotta get it down. Boom. Then let's see here. You should come here first. 692. So you come around here. So most likely, I already know you got to come to negative anyway. So you get to 690. You didn't even put a dent. So then you start. You don't know what you're doing. I mean, I ain't gonna say you don't know what you're doing. Sorry about that. You start coming in over here. You're messing with the stuff here. Okay, you realize the stuff going on. Oh man, 645, 649, 628, 603. I mean, you at 609. Okay, you pretty much did a lot of damage to this car. So, but you still got to take off some stuff. So you say, well, let me see here. I gotta get this car into spec. 606. Oh, you come here. 605. Then, well, you probably mess with the normal brake pad. 604. Oh my God. You're trying to get that car into specs. Oh, you got it into specs now. Right? But look what your car horsepower is at. You went from almost 9. You dropped this car down drastically. So you say, okay, I got into it. So now you got it into it now. So now you're like, okay, you should come in and start playing with this here, because you're up to 600. So you want to get to at least 600. All right. 5, 472. All right. So let's see here. You can be messing with some other stuff to see if you get more power out of 696. Okay, yeah, 475. Alright, let's see here. You might mess with this. Let's see what this happened. 400. Oh my god, you definitely went down. But you come over here, let's see if you can increase the horsepower. 467. See at 468. So oh my god, you over there messing with a lot of stuff. That's what it's showing you. 591. Okay, yeah, 475 horsepower. You done did a lot of everything that you just bought except these, right? Let's see if you end up changing this. If we end up going here, you put it to normal. So you went back and put back the racing. Oh my, so you realize it was a little different. But you have 475 horsepower. So we're gonna go into a race, for example. So you gotta use sports hard. So you come into the race, and I'm gonna just show you a little something. And like I said, this is when you take a perfectly good car and you tune it wrong. So I'm gonna see how much fuel I got. Okay, 5 laps. Six. It's pushing like almost 6. 175. 180. I'm gonna do a little wall surfing. You're in 6th place. You think I mean, you're doing good. You're doing good. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is you just spent a lot of money. There was a lot of money you just spent just to take almost half those stuff off. I'm trying to keep it on a clean race, so that at least that way you can see if you get your money's worth. Now the only thing gonna help me with this race is the wall surfing, but I'm actually pushing this car just to see if I'm going to win it, because I know the car can win this race. This car definitely. So now we're in 5th place. So you're in 3rd. So 9 out of 10, you probably don't even have this technique yet down pat. I mean, you get a little momentum on them. We don't want to hit them. We want a clean race out of the deal. At 200, you can hit the brakes. So far, I mean, I'm doing good, even though we overpriced this car too much. And so this is a different overtune. We're gonna stay in first anyway. So 9 out of 10, I know you're not gonna be able to, let's say, in the beginning, you won't be doing this stuff here. So I'm gonna make this a two-part video. So for this part, the first one is over tuning the car just to get the same results. According to the way I'm racing right now, this car we're gonna win the race. But normally you shouldn't be able to get this car into this race. But it's the way I'm racing the car that I'm eligible to win. Because without the wall surfing that I'm doing right here, I probably wouldn't even have a chance. And I'm just watching my fuel to see how long my range is. So the rate I'm looking at this car right now, with the horsepower, this is a 27-minute race. Because I'm looking at my lap times. I mean, not doing bad. I mean, we 8 seconds in the lead, so that's definitely good. And I said the only thing that probably saving you is the body weight reduction. So okay, Gallo, he's in the pit. So with everything that I purchased, right, I'm gonna total all that and compare it to the winning that we get. We're gonna subtract and see how much you actually made off of this car. And I'm gonna take the same as that car and I'm gonna use less stuff that you use to get more of a bigger return. Because technically, you took a cheap car, which this is a cheap car, 94,000. I am showing that you can win Tokyo Expressway with it. But the amount of money that I just happen to put in, because people over-tune the cars a lot, and then they don't know how to do the race, and they don't get their money back. They don't get their money back. But in this one, I was not expecting to get the car into the race with all that over-tuning that I've done. $19 seconds. Alright, I'm gonna get some fuel. I'm gonna get some fuel right now. Don't need to change tire because my tires are very good. I'm gonna fill it all the way up so I can run it. I can run this here through. So the cars are passing you. Don't worry, just fill it up because So we're in third place because you had a pit. So basically we got 7 laps of fuel left. Don't worry, just let them pass you. You're good. I mean, if you're racing like me, that's perfect. Okay, so Cocobon is 8 seconds in front of me. Seven seconds. Seven 7.6. So technically you see that my car is faster than Cocobon's. It is faster. So we cut him down from 7 to 4. Now the only problem with Cocobon now, since I'm only 3 seconds behind him, he gotta go to the pit lane because I already got fuel. Now, I said I'm only doing this here for the clean race bonus. So he about to go in pit right now. So I'm not even worrying about it because whoever was behind me was 20-something seconds behind me. So a 22 second lead. So what I'll probably would do is take the same, when I get to the same exact car, I can just show you the build, but I'm not do the race, because you already know I'm gonna do the same technique. The same technique that I did with this car is I'm gonna do it the same exact car. So we're gonna just take the minimum parts that we're gonna buy for the car, and you know we're going to get the same results. So that can be hands down. But like I said, you did over tune the car. You bought a lot of parts for the car that you cannot even use for this race. And the car cannot get into specs. It just, I mean, it got into specs because I know how to play with some of the stuff in there. And it was just a basic tuning. So I don't have to risk my clean race bonus. I'll find a cleaner spot to get in front of them. So we're coming into last lap. So we had 24:11. That's the time we are at. So 2 minutes. That's 20. like 27 minutes. Alright, with my technique, 825. Alright, and I'm going to show you the horsepower with everything too. $26 minutes, okay. Wow, 26 minutes. I wasn't expecting to get 26 minutes, but that was just my driving. So 825. And what I'm gonna do is a drum roll, please. Do the total of what I spent for the whole car to see if it was really worth all that over tuning. 94,770 plus 25,000 plus 4 plus 3, 2,500 plus 3 plus 2 grand. That's at right now we are total 134. That's it. That's the car and everything that's inside GT Auto. Now we're about to get the rest of the tuning. 3,800, 55, 53, 6,000, 800, 500, 14,4, 5 grand, 18,000, 25 grand, 6,500, 70 grand. No, I think that's 20. My bad. That's 20 grand. Plus 25,000. So far we are 270. That was just the first list. I still haven't even finished yet. 18,000, 3,200, 2,500, 10 grand, 3,500, 1,500, 5, 25,000, 20,000, another 20,000, 7,000, 12,500, and 37,500, because I know those were for the tires. So that totaled up. So that total came up to $435,000. So we're gonna take the 825 minus the 425,000, which you only made a net profit of $4,000, right? From this race that I've done. And that's over tuning, right? So I'm gonna take the same exact car now, and I'm gonna build it up with my prices. Oh, before I even do that, I'm gonna just show you how many horsepower you have. Sitting at 475 horsepower, right? So that's that car. I don't know what I got out there. So now I'm gonna get this one. So you see the car came with 500 something horsepower, 564. That's the original horsepower. 564 HP original. So we got the 94. Like I said, we ended up purchasing. I'm going in here. I'm not doing a wide body. That's out of the question. No wide body. So that's something I'm not going to pay for. I'm not going to worry about the wheels. So I'm going to custom part the front. Which is $3,000. Okay, you definitely sides. Yes, 2,500, which I will pay for. I did not get a rear diffuser. Did not, because you don't need it. And the wing, it already came with a medium, so I will leave the wing. So far that's, I did not pay for it because I need a medium wing. That's why I know exactly what I'm using, a medium wing. All right. Now we go into the tuning shop. And you're gonna see how minimized I get it. So like I said, I don't have to. I'm gonna buy stage reduction 1. I'm not getting nothing else out of here. I'm not buying any of these. I'm gonna go with stage reduction 2, which is 6,000. I'm gonna get the restrictor and the balancer. That's 8. That's 1,300. Out of this, definitely gonna get the ECU for $5,000. I'm gonna get the high turbo RPM for 18,000. I'm gonna get 7-stage reduction for 3 for 7,000. I'm gonna get the fully customized LSD for 6,500. Now in racing, I'm just gonna buy a racing muffler for 10 grand. $12,500 for the torque, for the vector and torque. I really don't need a brake, but and that's basically what I'm going to go with, right? Just make sure. Oh, and the transmission for 20,000. Definitely getting that. And the suspension. So you see, I'm at 752 horsepower, right? So now we're going to tune the car up. Which, boy, it's hard. I don't have to mess with this because I'm going to keep these same settings. I have this here for 50-50. So now, oops, definitely gotta go get a wing. I gotta get that wing in the back. We go with the high wing, because we need that wing. Because I already had it already, so it was just a free replacement. We're gonna set this head to 280. To 60. ECU gonna set it down to 85. Ballast is 2. This is negative 50. And the restrictor is 85. Let me see. No, 94. And there you go. Everything else stayed the same. And I'm pushing 600 horsepower. and come up with a total of 9477 plus 20. Nope. 3 grand, 2500, 3800, 6 grand, 13,000. No, that's 1300. That was for the ECU. 5 grand, 18,000, 7, 6, 5, 10 grand, 12,000, and 40,000. Come up with a total of 2009, 870 from 825. So 825 minus 209, 820. Come with a grand total of $615,180,000, which you didn't have to spend that extra money, and you still get the car into the specs, and it's a faster car. And that is what I'm saying. You don't need to over tune your car in this set, because sometimes you might not make it to the track. But I just show you it didn't make it in. I wasn't expecting it, but it happened. Same as that car, but you see where we're getting better results. And that is a GT Player exclusive video. Till the next time.